Hey, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we're going to dive deep into the topic of lead magnets. If you're looking for a way to grow your business and increase your client base, then this video is definitely for you. We're going to cover everything from what a lead magnet is to how you should use one and how to actually create one that works. But before we get started, let me just ask you a question. Have you ever heard the term irresistible bribe? If not, then listen up, because that's exactly what a lead magnet is. In simple terms, a lead magnet is an offer or incentive that you can provide to a prospect in exchange for their contact information. This could be anything from a free ebook, video series, or checklist. The key is that it has something that provides value to your potential customer. Now, why should you bother even using a lead magnet? Well, the answer is simple. Ad spend efficiency. As advertisers, we want to get the most out of our ad spend, and using lead magnets can help us do that. By offering something of value to our audience, we can capture their contact information and begin building a relationship with them. But creating a lead magnet isn't as simple as just giving away free stuff. There are some key elements that you need to consider, such as making sure it's ultra specific, rapidly consumable, and positions you as an authority in your field. To help you create the perfect lead magnet, we've put together a checklist that covers all the important points. You'll learn how to create a lead magnet that qualifies your prospect and sets you up for success. We'll also share some examples of successful lead magnets that we've created in the past, and to help you get started on creating your own lead magnet, we'll walk you through a simple exercise that you can do right now. So, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, then stick around, because we're about to dive deep into the world of lead magnets. Here's what we'll cover. What is a lead magnet? Why you should use one? A lead magnet checklist, some lead magnet examples, and then a lead magnet creation exercise. Let's go. A lead magnet is an irresistible bribe that gives a specific chunk of value to a prospect in exchange for their contact information. If I could define it in any way, it would be that one phrase. A lead magnet is an irresistible bribe that gives a specific chunk of value to a prospect in exchange for their contact information. Now, there are lots of reasons why we would use a lead magnet, but let me talk to you about one that I don't see anybody online talking about. The teachers out there don't really speak about this type of stuff. A lead magnet is useful for lots of different reasons. We can get good leads at a cheap price, but there's one main reason why we use them as advertisers. We use lead magnets for ad spend efficiency. And it's something that we are actually quite addicted to in my agency, because we're dealing with clients' money. We're managing their money, so we want to make sure they get the best bang for their buck from that marketing spend. We want to try to get as much value as possible from the money that they're spending. For example, why spend £100 to acquire a customer when you could spend the same £100 to acquire a customer, but also have 40 other potential customers to sell to over time? Let me give you a virtual sort of example about how this would work, okay? What most people do is they have an audience, or they run ads to an audience. They drive those people to a website, and on that website, they're going to make them some sort of offer. That offer is normally to buy, to book a call, to inquire, or to register for a webinar. Whatever it is, it's a big ask. Now, what you're doing is you're effectively asking them to take a big step. Now, the market isn't stupid most of the time. They know if they inquire or book a call, they're going to be put into a sales call. But they're not yet ready for that. The buyers are, but the potential buyers are not. And then what do? They leave your site. Now, what you've got to remember is at any point, any given market is made up of three different types of people. Firstly, you have the people that will never buy. Very, very important that you understand that a big part of a market, between 10 and 20% of a market, are people that are just never going to buy from you. They make up about 10 to 20% of people in your market. They're just never going to buy. Even if it's perfect for them, they're just not going to do it. Another 20% are your low-hanging fruit, your hyperactive buyers. All right, they just do it. This is me. I'm this type of person. You put anything in front of them and they're going to buy it, just like I will. I don't need to know reviews. I don't need to see all this other stuff. I can make a decision on a purchase and just do it. Now, the biggest part of any market, which makes up between 60 and 70%, are your considerative buyers. These people need to think about it a little bit more. These guys need to do research, due diligence. They need to look at reviews, mull it over, maybe check out some competitors to make sure they're making the right decision. This is the biggest, most valuable part of any market. Now, the problem in scenario 1 that I've just mentioned, where you're sending people straight to a page to effectively ask them to buy, or at least take a big step forward in the buying cycle, like book a call, for example. The problem with that is we're only getting the low-hanging fruit, the people that are like me in the market. We're losing out on all the potential buyers because we're setting it up in this way. Let's say that we've got £1,000 and we drive 1,000 people to our website where we make them an offer to buy or to book a call or to inquire. Now, I know for a fact that this wouldn't work most of the time, but let's say, for example, that we've got a service that costs £1,000, and from that, we manage to generate 2 sales. We get 2 sales paying £1,000, giving us £2,000 in revenue. Now, you might look at that and think, well, that's not too bad. We've spent £1,000, we've made £2,000, happy days. Let's spend £2,000 to make £4,000. But the problem is, because we're going after only the buyers, we're only getting the buyers. The thing to remember is this: not everybody is ready to buy when you are ready to sell. So in scenario 1, it might not look that bad on the surface. We've spent 1,000, made 2, but what we're not looking at is the waste. And this is what we do. We focus on waste. Yes, we have 2 sales, but more importantly, we have 998 other people who didn't buy, who are gone forever. And the only way to get them back is to pay for them again. It's not an efficient use of your marketing spend. Get it? So let me run another scenario past you where we introduce a lead magnet into the scenario so that you can see how it's a better use of your advertising spend. Let's run exactly the same scenario. We're still going to spend £1,000, but this time, instead of sending them straight to the website, asking them to book a call or inquire, what we're going to do is send them to a page where we offer a lead magnet, something of value in exchange for their contact information. When we do this with those 1,000 people, driving them to our website, we know that we can convert a minimum of 30% of these visitors into subscribers, giving us 300 leads on our email list. Now, where does the 30% come from, you might ask? Well, actually, this is a metric that we track in our business every single month. The average opt-in rate of the pages that we build for lead magnets that we help our clients create is actually 38% currently. So I'm actually lowballing this. We've had lead magnets that convert as high as 75% to cold traffic. No joke. So we spend £1,000 sending 1,000 people to our lead magnet page where we manage to capture 300 of those. Now, what we do with those 300 is on the thank you page, we still send them to the offer to inquire or to book a call. Quick question at this point. Do you believe that the 2 buyers from scenario 1 would have opted in for a lead magnet if they were in scenario 2? Of course they would. They were keen enough to go through and buy straight away. Of course they're going to take something of free value from the subject. Now they're on the thank you page. We're still going to generate the inquiries. We're still going to generate those sales, giving us the £2,000 in revenue. However, now we have 298 qualified leads to follow up with via email, phone, and text. Now, what would you prefer? 2 buyers? Or 2 buyers and 298 potential buyers? Of course the latter, because now we've made it more efficient. Good. That's why we use lead magnets. Okay, ad spend efficiency is the #1 goal here. Here is a lead magnet checklist when creating lead magnets. Here's a little checklist for you. First of all, it's not just about giving away information. Make sure there's an exchange of value going on where they give you their contact information. Very, very important. It has to be ultra specific, the lead magnet itself, tailored to one thing that you do. So it's specific to that person. Don't make it too broad and generic. It has to be rapidly consumed. It positions you as an authority and it has a high perceived value and it gives immediate gratification. meaning it does what it says on the tin. So there's a couple of lead magnet checklists of what it should do. But really, there's only one goal of a lead magnet, and that is to qualify your prospect. A lead magnet should qualify the person so that when they join your list, you know, with the utmost certainty anyway, that they are likely to buy or are actually interested in what it is you do. This is the key to getting the right person on your list to qualify your audience. Once you've created a lead magnet and you've got a name for it, you have to ask yourself this question and burn this into your brain. Why would somebody download this lead magnet if they wasn't in some way potentially interested in what I have to offer? For example, if I'm an accountant, I don't want a load of employed people on my list who are never going to buy from me. I cannot help those people. A lead magnet lets you disqualify everyone that shouldn't be on your list because you can't help them. This is why the name of the lead magnet becomes the most important part of the whole thing. The name of it, for example, if I'm an accountant, I probably wouldn't want to name my lead magnet something generic like pay less tax, because employed people would probably download that not knowing that they can't. It's a bad qualifier. Again, why would somebody download how to save less tax if they weren't interested in hiring me as accountant? Well, there's lots of reasons why they would do that. So it becomes a bad qualifier, all right? They could just want to learn how to save less tax, even though they can't. A better name for a lead magnet, if I'm an accountant, would be 5 ways to save money on your tax return. That's the qualifier. Then you might have a subhead that reads a business owner's guide, right? Why would somebody download this lead magnet if they weren't potentially interested in saving money on their tax return and they were a business owner? They probably wouldn't. Good lead magnet. Have you got it? Okay, good. Now, on your screen, there are some lead magnet examples that we've created over the years. Now, we've had hundreds of lead magnets and we've created hundreds of lead magnets for our clients, but here's just a few of them. The Salon Owner's Guide to Instagram. Using Instagram to drive your business forward. Who's that for? Salon owners, obviously. 6 exercises to tone your bum, tum, and kiss your bingo wings goodbye. Who's that for? I'm going to be very careful to say this. Let's say this one's for the more mature lady, is who this is actually for, because it's what our client's target market was. The ultimate trader's cheat sheet. What to trade, when to trade, where to trade. Who's interested in this? People who are traders. The ultimate guide to Facebook audiences for business owners and marketers. Good lead magnet. A little lead magnet creation exercise that you can actually do is this. And this is what we do with all of our clients when we're helping them create lead magnets. Draw a line down the middle of your page, and on the top left, I'm going to write what type of lead magnet. Now, there are loads of different types of lead magnets. You've got guides, planners, video series, scripts, templates. All of these work really, really well. We are seeing the highest conversions at the moment on templates, planners. These work really, really well. Some sort of planner. The simplest stuff actually works the best, which is good for you. So I've put all of them on the top here. And I'm going to circle which ones that I want to create. And that's what I want you to do. Now, in the middle left, down the left-hand side, I want you to write what your target market needs help with most and make a list of all the pains that you can solve. Again, using my example of an accountant, I would put saving money on tax, staying compliant, filing a tax return, etc., etc. And I can make a big list. Now, once I've got those, I then spend a little time making the name and coming up with different variations of the name. On the right-hand side, I would literally put lead magnet ideas and I would come up with some names. So for example, 5 ways to save money on your tax return, a business owner's guide, the business owner's tax saving checklist. Now you've got the name, you want to now go through the motions of actually creating it. You literally would just want to write these or get someone in your team to write these in a Word doc, send them over to a platform like Fiverr or something like that and get them designed. The brief for Fiverr, by the way, would be something very simple like create a really well-designed PDF version of this Word document. Give it to them and then they'll send it back. Okay, good. So I've actually created you a lead magnet all about lead magnets. It's called our lead magnet checklist and you can see a link for it in the description. Go and download it. And again, give me your contact information so you become a subscriber and you'll find it really, really useful. I really hope you've enjoyed this video all about lead magnets. Ask yourself the question, how can you use lead magnets in your business to generate more leads, more people that wouldn't yet necessarily buy straight away, but would give you their information to join your list that might buy later. I'm going to be doing some more videos on what to do with them after you've captured them later on. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you're notified when that video comes out. Make sure you leave me a comment as well with any questions that you've got about lead magnets and I promise I'll get back to you. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. My name's Matt Wilson. See you in the next one.